We've seen fires raging worldwide, America, Greece, we've even had incidents in the UK. This fire tornado was one of them.
Back in the States, more than a dozen wildfires continue to burn across the state of California.
What's causing it all, though? There you go, lasers.
UK Dragonfire is an MOD and DSTL and UK industry programme to demonstrate the capability of a laser-directed energy weapon system for the self-protection of land, maritime and air platforms. It's funded by innovation funding and is at the leading edge, not just of technology, but in demonstrating the end-to-end capability and inform the UK's future procurement decisions in this area.
We're looking at the laser effector of, this is a full-scale model of our demonstration prototype, which is actually going to be ready for demonstration in 2019. This is bringing the best of the British technology of kinetic for the laser source, MBDA for the command and control center and the power supply, and Leonardo, who are designing the effector and the sensor systems. So this is existing available technology which has been brought together as a system for the first time to demonstrate the capability of laser weapons.
Historic wildfire set to become the largest ever in California. Reinforcements have been called in. The Army set to deploy 200 soldiers. They will be fighting fires from the air. In addition to this, the Mendocino Complex fire, there are 15 other big fires in California alone right now, fed by strong winds and high temperatures, including many in the triple digits. A new fire started today in Orange County and spread quickly. It was first reported near Holy Jim Canyon Road and is being called the Holy Fire.
The ace up the sleeve is the way that we can coherently combine the laser to actually have effect at a long distance target. And the technique we're using allows it to be scalable. This system is designed for a maritime platform, so it's the size and shape and the ability to target systems at a distance, which is available for a system this size. The scalability allows a similar architecture to be used for a land-based platform and also to be an airborne-based platform, even to be used on a helicopter-based system.
Hey folks, welcome to another video from plaintruth.info. Here's more proof positive. Blue laser lights, which people are reporting. We've got now at least 3 separate cell phone smart cameras identifying blue lasers on video. 1 from a helicopter and 2 from handheld cameras, as you can see right here. This is proof positive. We're going to take this to the fire departments. We're meeting with fire people now. They know something was wrong and they've seen the videos and all the directed energy comments and they want to learn more. So we're taking this to them. You can take this video as well.
Okay, now there's also scalability in the actual effects that you can actually get from the system. Can you talk about that?
The scalability allows a different size of beam to actually be onto a target system. So rather than totally destroying a hostile threat, such as a drone, we can actually just target the sensor.
We also have the Santa Rosa Planning Department papers back from 2016. The exact roadmap where the fires hit in the Santa Rosa area matched the planning rezoning for Agenda 21, stack 'em and pack 'em, green design, walking, no fireplaces kind of communities with density increases over 100%, planned on October 7th, 2 days before the fires.
And presumably, if you do put it onto a more major warship, you can in fact turn it all the way up and destroy an incoming missile?
Yes.
Operationally, it works just like a laser pointer. There's a chamber inside with special materials that release photons.
If you're looking at a boat coming in over the water, you can target exactly the engine and take out exactly the engine and not necessarily damage anything else.
Looking at Santa Rosa, which was a directed energy weapons test. I've came to this conclusion after looking over sufficient evidence. Look at the trees. Look at the trees. Look at the homes. The homes completely disappeared. This was some sort of directed energy weapons test. It doesn't make any sense.
In the blink of an eye, just fire everywhere. And then charging out of these flames comes this bear on fire. It was the most beautiful and terrible thing I've ever seen.
These fires are unnatural, totally unprecedented, and nothing like this has ever been seen before in the modern world. First time I seen anything like this was a few years ago in the Canada fires. Now Canada is prone to bushfires, just that at the time it was as if the trees were all more flammable. They were just bursting into flames. That got linked to weather modification and chemtrails. This time it does seem like it's more direct energy weapon based, but weather modification is aiding it. We're seeing temperatures rising around the world. Look at this, we see chemtrails above our head all the time. This is the chemicals what are being absorbed into the trees, into the soil, into the water, into the food chain. This is weather modification. Couple this in with 5G and we've got a serious problem.
Big game changer is that 5G will use much higher frequency bands than previously thought viable for mobile broadband and other applications. Such millimeter wave signals have physical properties that are both a limitation and a strength. They tend to travel best in narrow and straight lines, and they do not go through physical objects as well. But brilliant engineers have developed new antennas that can aim and amplify signals. Now, to make this work, the 5G build-out is going to be very infrastructure intensive, requiring massive deployment of small cells. I'm confident that the actions will lead to a cornucopia of unanticipated, innovative uses and will generate tens of billions of dollars in economic activity. And that's damn important, because it means that U.S. companies will be the first out of the gate. And that is why 5G is a national priority, and stay out of the way of technological development. Unlike some countries, we do not believe that we should spend the next couple of years studying what 5G should be or how it should operate. The future has a way of inventing itself. Turning innovators loose is far preferable to expecting committees and regulators to define the future. We won't wait for the standards. We're already seeing the industry gearing up to seize this opportunity. Verizon and AT&T tell us they'll begin deploying 5G trials in 2017, and the first commercial deployments they're talking about are expected in 2020. And we're not done. As part of our July 14 action, we also plan to ask for comments on opening up other high-frequency bands. Many of the high-frequency bands that we will make available for 5G currently have some satellite users, as well as some Defense Department applications, or at least the possibility of future satellite and defense users. This means sharing will be required between satellite and terrestrial wireless, an issue that is especially relevant in the 28 gigahertz band. But if anyone tells you that they know the details of what 5G is going to become, run the other way. If something can be connected, it will be connected. Hundreds of billions of microchips connected in products from pill bottles to plant waterers. We must reject the notion that the 5G future will be the sole provenance of urban areas. The 5G revolution will touch all corners.
The cloak and dagger way in which they promote this technology to you is quite literally from the mindset of the salesman of the devil. 5G is a kill grid and it will bring about a rapid demise in humanity, by design of course. They tell us we need faster Netflix, but do they tell us of the severe dangers we face as this 5G beast system is being rolled out in test cities around the world, including right here in Liverpool? Truth be told, 5G is a microwave oven on a global scale. The frequency transmitted from a household microwave is measured at 1 GHz. The 5G technology resonates in a highly dangerous millimeter wave frequency of 30 to 300 GHz. This is a fatal spectrum which affects air and water molecules. We are made up of 80% water, our brains are surrounded by water. Do the maths. These millimeter waves have less direct penetration and they are smaller, so instead of operating from the one mast or triangulating signals between more than one location, 5G will rely on thousands of transmitters per city, and this is where your new technology comes into it. Last year, Sky TV upgraded my set-top box to a new version called Sky Q. Sky Q is 5G ready, and by simply entering the engineer's menus, you can enable 5G on the item, which is being sent to millions of homes around the UK already. When this technology is launched very soon, it will all be on the 5G network. Other transmitters include your mobile phones or masts, which are built on buildings or at roadsides, in fields, next to hospitals, schools, and they create harm to life. A city the size of London needs 40 to 60,000 transmitters. Can you see why this is a kill grid? They have mini base stations everywhere. Smart meters are also part of this problem and were linked to fires in California in 2017. Not only will every device be connected to the kill grid on a self-designated prison planet, but your health will be affected, privacy will be invaded if not removed totally. 4G works fine, so we do not need this. It can only be seen as a mass depopulation and invasion. This will be rolled out fully by 2020. They have managed to Trojan horse your worst nightmare into your materialistic dreams. These higher frequencies are being directed at you and are cancerous. The human production cycle is also at risk. It has been already banned in German schools. All these events we have seen worldwide have been directly linked to 5G cities receiving funding from the EU or other governing bodies. For example, terror-related car incidents we see are so they can say we need smart cars which can be driven by AI which needs 5G to operate. The events have all been staged around 5G testbed cities, and it was proven last year by Annie Logical, who presented their finds live on Enchanted LifePath TV. We have also seen signs of 5G communications and emergency services cohesion testing at Manchester Arena bombing and Grenfell Tower fire, when firefighters face communication breakdowns. We are under attack from all angles, and it is going to get much worse.